Ooh. Okay. Welcome to Better Marriage Daily, where we show you. Welcome to Better Marriage Daily, where we give you tips on how to love each other in spite of each other so that you can have a better marriage daily. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And today, V, I got this. I ain't tell her. So today, I've been checking out social media, right? And so social media, there's a whole bunch of posts in which women mostly are saying, I don't want no sensitive man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I've seen some.
But the thing is, when they say they don't want a sensitive man, they give examples, right?
Right.
And the examples that they be giving, I'm like, that don't sound sensitive to me. Like basically, if he's and I'm being very very overly dramatic about this, but basically if he worried about your feelings, he's zesty.
Yeah, they need to really do some research and find a dictionary.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And read it and evaluate that, because I need someone that is sensitive in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a man that's just hard, just hard all the time, and a man that doesn't consider my feelings and has no empathy for me and the things that I go through and things like that. No. I need the sensitive part of you.
Right.
For me personally, I need the sensitive parts of you.
Right. Now I'm taking notes because I just found another part. But yeah, it's like if I'm watching these things, and it's like, he won't, if he can. Perfect example. I got a perfect example. If he can buy an outfit for you, he's zesty.
What? Wait a minute. These glasses are not working for me right now.
If your man can pick out an outfit for you, he's zesty.
Okay, question. What ages are you talking? Because what you're these people seem like they're kids. They can't be full grown adults. They cannot be. Give me an age, maybe an age group.
Well, chronologically, they're old enough. Chronologically, they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't know about 40s.
I don't even
probably
count
20s,
30s.
30s. Probably 20s, 30s.
Okay, that
they're
makes
having
sense.
that conversation.
That makes sense, because you have to be grown and have lived a while, to make that kind of a. No, I mean, like, what's?
I mean,
I'm outdone.
Because look,
I'm speechless because I don't understand the way that they take a word and twist it in ways.
Well, zesty,
it's just shocking to me.
They ain't twisting it. Zesty is very.
It's not even.
Zesty's very accurate for the way they're using it.
Exactly, but in ways the word is even more feminine than a woman.
Right.
And that's the thing that gets me, because I'm like, no, that doesn't apply. It just doesn't apply to something like that.
Yeah, because see, the way when I grew up, when I was growing up, and I was seeing men, seeing the way like the elevated men were operating. The elevated men, right? So but for example, like in Pretty Woman, right? In Pretty Woman, dude was like, I know you a size 2 or whatever, 5, whatever she was. You size 5. I got my people to, to get these dresses for you. Tell me what you think about them, right? So this is a man's man, who's high level man.
Yes.
And he's like, look, I found these dresses. I think you look good in them, bum, and send them to her, right?
Right.
And I was just watching these social media posts, and they were like, I don't want no man, that man, I got questions for that man. How manly are you if you can pick out an outfit better than me? Well, if I can pick one out better than you, then you might want to go check yourself, because you might have missed a couple of steps in your growth process. But I say it like this, you had a style and you still have a style, but I'll be pushing because I'll be like, baby, I think you look good in this. Try this out. Now, granted,
all the time.
It don't always work.
It doesn't.
I be trying, y'all.
It doesn't.
I be like, because look, funny story. I realized probably in college that people get stuck.
True.
They get stuck in a style, right? They get stuck in a decade or a generation or a fad. They get stuck, right?
Yes.
So like when we were growing up in the 80s, there were older people than us who were stuck in the 70s.
Right.
Like cats were still wearing bell bottoms, still wearing them flare legs, still got the polyester shirts.
Right.
This was like 89. They still wearing 81. Right. Then I noticed my dad, he progressed. He was like, he was sharp in the 60s. He moved from the 60s to the 70s. From the big fro to the medium fro, then to the trim with a little bit of, hairstyle. Everything was progressing.
Yes.
And then right about 84, 5-ish, kind of stopped.
Yeah.
He done.
Yeah.
He look, the pants, got to be.
Had to get him. Yeah. He needed a little advice.
But no, that was where he stopped.
Right.
And like for him to come out of that, that's whenever we started buying
his
stuff for him.
Yeah.
My sister would go shopping for him.
Yeah,
Dad, you can't be wearing that. You got to, right?
Yes.
And so I guess my biggest question is, if women can buy stuff for men, clothes for men, why can't men buy clothes for women?
Men can. I love it. My thing with you is, like, you know me well enough to know, like, there's certain things that I'm just not gonna wear. You're gonna be wasting your money, but I will try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will try, especially if you bring it home. I will try.
If I've invested.
Yeah, if you've invested, I will try. Now, we could be out places, whatever, and you say, baby, this would look good on you.
Yeah, but it's to get her to try it, y'all.
Yeah, it's to get me to try it.
To get her to
but
try it.
That has nothing to do with you being overly sensitive or zesty, as they call it. I mean, to me, it's...
Well, and I guess it's a bigger topic.
It is a bigger topic.
It's a bigger topic.
And
because these younger women haven't really had contact with manly men, maybe?
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
Or maybe they're so they've been in contact with men on such a level in which they're so far to the manly side that they have no attachment to a full self.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? And anything that's not just, gritty.
It's possible.
Is frowned upon in their circles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but I think that brings along a whole nother set of issues for you in those types of people.
Right.
Those types of men. You know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't never trying to get outside of this thing right here, then you got to be cool with that.
That's a whole other issue.
Then you got to be cool with that.
You have to be cool with that.
Because he gonna be that way for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
And he ain't trying to grow. He don't want to grow. And his mind is set on this.
And
this
he's
is
going
what
to
the
be
world
very,
is.
very controlling. Your life will be controlled by that person, and it's true.
And if you want that,
that's
Then
okay.
don't listen to Sean and V because we're not selling that.
No,
we selling a full, complete partner life.
Right.
in which we help each other, we love on each other, we push each other, and in some cases we dress each other.
Yeah, some cases. Mm-hmm.
So in that aspect, my first experience with that was I'm gonna say maybe with you.
What do you mean?
Remember how you started trying to change the way I dressed when we got married, when we got together?
No,
you don't remember?
No, my issue was always the fact that you didn't iron your clothes. Let's be truthful. I've never told you what to wear because you dressed fine. My issue is that they were not ironed. So when we started dating, if we were going somewhere, then I offered to iron your clothes because they were nice clothes. They just looked like you took them, not basically out the dryer, but you didn't iron them. They had wrinkles in certain places. And I was an iron person. I don't want a wrinkle in my clothes. My kid is not going to wear any wrinkles in his clothes. We're not taking things out of the dryer and then just, throwing them to the side and then we're going to wear them the next day. No. That was the only thing. I liked the way that you dressed.
Right.
You were not an iron, take the ironing board and make time to iron kind of person.
I was an iron type of person, but the stuff that I was wearing most days did not require all of that ironing. But, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely the type of person, and fellas, y'all back me up, and I know some ladies, y'all can back me up as well. What is it? And ladies, some of y'all ladies, you can back me up as well. Sometimes you need to throw something in a dryer and knock them wrinkles out.
But that's okay for everyday wear if you're just going around the house or just running into the grocery store and back. But I mean, we're not going on a date, or we're not going out among people and we have wrinkles. We're not doing that.
Because what I'm
going to say is, being a wife and a responsible one, that would be on me. People are looking at me. They're not saying, man, look how Sean, Sean came out the house looking like that. No, they're looking at me like, I know Vanessa didn't let you know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
But you kicking the empire. I mean, the traditional role, everybody talking about traditional roles and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But it goes in any role that you have. One is always going to be responsible for the other.
In other words, no matter what the social norms say,
it doesn't matter.
The people of a certain age are going to be like,
whoever they know is running the house.
Look, I know Vanessa.
I know Vanessa didn't let Sean come out. Vanessa must not have seen Sean when he walked out the house. And you know that I am right. I am right on that.
But that's generationally though. That's a generational thing, I think. And I mean, and we've passed it on to the generation behind us, but I don't know if the two generations behind them feel and think the same way we do.
Everyone needs a checker. Because every once in a while, it has nothing to do with you being wrinkled. You'll walk out of the house and I'm like, where are you going? And you be like, I'm going such and such. And you be like, what? Nothing. If it's too bad, then I would say, hey, you can't go over there like that. I know you don't feel like changing, but you cannot. You know what I'm saying?
She usually go like, so you going over there like that?
Okay. Be like, I don't even say okay. I'd be like, and he knows what that means. And I'm like, it's your choice. I'm not going with you, so I don't care.
Go how you go, fool. I don't care. Cold-blooded.
Because some days I just don't want to fight. I don't want to hear the excuse or anything. I'm like, hey, you're a grown man. Do what you do. But you're not going to go in a professional setting like that. Now that I do know.
But not just for y'all's information, I don't go in those settings like that.
I just said that you're not going to go into a professional setting like that. Not just,
but it's
run
good
around
to have
town.
the checker.
Yeah, it's good to have a checker.
Well, talk about, because you're the first one that like, I don't know if you're his first one, maybe, but
I would like to think I was first.
I don't know if you. I don't know if
just messing with
you. You can think that. I mean,
no.
You can think that. But maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It's been so long. We've been together. You realize that now we've been together
almost 30 years.
Longer than we've been apart. Almost.
Oh, yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. We in a few more years we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
But, bruh, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember you. Because my family noticed the difference.
Yes, they did.
My sister, my mom, and dad. Look, my dad would even be like, "You going out like that?" Every once in a while. Well, Vanessa gonna get you, boy.
Oh, really?
I ain't worried about Vanessa, man. I ain't worried about Vanessa, man.
Yeah,
but that was in a day where where you start stuff and it could stand up by itself. So when she would iron, she wouldn't do that. But then some stuff she sent to the cleaners,
right,
and got it like
and
that.
got it like that. Yeah,
yeah. But like, because I remember, like I wasn't wearing. I don't. But she bought me some Guess jeans. You made me start wearing Guess jeans.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, she said, I think these would look good on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, they do. Hey, they do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Buy them a little shirts. And oh, God, I remember. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, you look, bam, hey, try this. Yeah. But I think I started with you. I think I started with you first, though, didn't I? Take it to them. I bought you that suit. Was it a brown suit? Or was it some suit that like hit your skin real good?
Oh,
because she wasn't a suit. She wasn't a suit type of person. But it was.
I think I wound up wearing it to church or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, man, that would look good on you, girl.
Yeah.
You like, really? I said, yeah, try it on.
Mm-hmm.
She tried it on. I was like, wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Take that.
Oh Lord.
Take that. Because we trying to upgrade you.
Oh, of course.
You trying to upgrade me and not have me wrinkled.
Right. And that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what couples do. That is what married folk do. I mean, I would think that they would. Now you do have some instances where one doesn't care about what you think.
Right.
That could be a whole nother thing.
Right.
That's I feel like that's what we're supposed to do for each other.
Yeah, we're supposed to upgrade each other. If you love that person, you should care about how that person presents to the world. Mm-hmm. I mean, and again, this is old school. This is old school vibes.
Because y'all, we're old.
We ain't that old. Hey, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
But we are older than
babies.
we're older than most these days.
These days.
You realize that? We're older than most people these days.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't trying to really. Because I don't feel like
no. Chronologically, chronologically.
I know what you mean.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
But yeah, the values that we're telling y'all right now are values that was given to us and that we took to, and that we have instilled in our children. Now granted, right or wrong, good or bad.
Some didn't catch it. Some did.
Well, not all the values will be caught. All the values will be taught, but not all of them will be caught.
No, sir.
Right? And so, but as far as just like in a relationship, your roles, the way I feel like I have given Anthony and Sean a great example on how to treat a woman.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I think that little Sean has seen it more than Anthony. Mm-hmm. But just in how to love on you and how to, in a relationship and in conversation, how to, what I'm saying?
Present.
How to present and how to treat, how to handle.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And instead of strong arming,
right.
For the longest it was trying to coax with words. Mm-hmm. And then I learned that questions were better than words because you were always.
Yeah, I was always ready. I was always in a stance.
even yesterday.
I was always in a stance.
Even yesterday, I said, "Hey, have you seen the so and so?" She say, "I don't know. I ain't seen the so and so. I mean, I'm saying you might have went touch, but I ain't touching. You seen it? I know you seen it. I mean, I said." She's in the bathroom. I went.
Yeah, you did.
I closed the door.
But then
that's all right. I closed the door and I walked away.
Yeah. No, this was last night.
I know. That's what I said.
You said yesterday, but this was last night.
Even more recent.
Last night. Yeah.
And she just hollered.
And I was yelling.
Why you close the door? I said, because you're hollering. Yeah. I'm gonna go. It's okay. I'll find it. Mm-hmm. And then now she's like, but the water water was on and the thing
and the fan,
look,
that loud
the water
fan.
and the fan and the light was on.
Yeah, the water and the fan was making noise. So
and
I'm
the lights were on,
it.
so I had to scream at you so you could hear what I was saying.
And then I came back out and helped you find it.
No,
you found it already, but I
found it.
came out to help you find it because I thought that we had stuffed it in the boxes that were here that I had just moved a couple of hours in the, in the room.
You did, yeah. You came out.
I came out because
you realized. See,
I wouldn't have. I was like, first of all, I don't like that smell.
You don't know. You liked it when you smelled it.
No.
This is
I said
another
it
case
was okay.
of her
I said it was
prejudging.
okay, but it's nothing that you will not come in this house and ever.
Okay, now see y'all. Look, this. You get to see us go through it. You get to see us go
You'll not
through
come
it.
in this house and smell that because I don't like that one. There's so many others that I like. I would not choose that one.
She won't choose it because in her mind she done told herself she won't like it. But the day that I put it in here,
I said it's okay.
The day that I put it in here,
it's okay. But there are others that
see how she talking
smell
over?
better.
See how she do? The day I put it in here and her son Anthony was here and I did it, she said, "Oh, that smells pretty good. What is that?" I said, "It's this." "Oh, I don't like that."
And I'm sorry.
"Oh, I don't like
I'm not gonna
just
use
because she knows that it says evergreen and it
Whatever.
hints to be a pine scent.
Whatever,
right?
man.
Even though she liked it before she knew what it was. Now that she knew what it was, she's like, "Oh, I ain't gonna use it because I'm not gonna like that. I don't like that." I'll be like, "Man,
use it. Take it to the studio."
Hey, mine
You'll
is
never
terrible,
have to look for it.
Mine is a terrible thing. Mine is a terrible thing. Terrible thing.
You'll never have to look for
Never have to look for it. But yeah, so we started this off. It's just about men. We're talking about men who are in touch with, their emotions, their feelings, in touch with, and being sensitive to their partner, not just an overly sensitive man, but a man who's sensitive to their partner and sensitive to the environment in the world. Which brings me to, how do y'all feel about a man that cries? Go.
I think if a man can shed tears in front of you, they feel that they can trust you and they can be vulnerable. That's how I feel. Now, for us personally, I don't have a problem with it. I think you need to at times just to release, as a release. I've never been one to think that if a man cried, then he was weak. I've never thought that. I understand that if you can release that and let it go, you'll feel so much better. Sometimes that's all it takes. You don't even need to talk about it. Sometimes just release. But I feel like there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like if you charge someone for being vulnerable in that way, you are potentially, and especially if you're in a relationship, you are potentially going to have issues because now he can't trust you. And now he has to go away from the house or have those moments alone, which can open all kinds of doors, seriously. If he can't be vulnerable with you, if he can't let go and just have that release with you, then I'm not going to put a percentage to it, but I'm going to say he's going to be vulnerable with somebody.
Ooh.
Ooh. He's going to be vulnerable with someone because it may come to a point that he has to, for his own, self-care, for his own mental state, emotional state,
or like we've said in previous episodes,
or keep him from, punching a wall or something.
Well, yeah, or punching somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me take this note so I can remember. But yeah. Oh, I done forgot. I had it, but I want to explain. So what you're saying is that if you don't provide the safe space for him to be able to express himself, should he need to cry, right? Then he's going to cry at some point, or need to cry, or be in a position in which he needs to express it. And what you don't want to have happen is a woman who's paying attention to your man. See that, offer up the kind, tender words that enable him to feel vulnerable enough with her to cry in front of her.
Right.
And he can't do it in front of you.
And there is no, and the thing is that it has nothing to do with him. I mean, he won't even be like intentional about it. It will just happen.
Yeah. He ain't going looking for it.
It will just happen.
She's looking and she's like, "Oh, you okay?"
Yeah.
Oh, hey, ladies and men out there watching this, couples watching this, partners watching this, because it's 2025. Have you ever asked your partner, "You okay? Everything good?" When's the last time you asked your partner that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a great question.
When's the last time you asked? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I am always hyper-focused on this one.
You are.
I'm always hyper-focused. I'm checking the temperature every day. I am the thermometer when it comes to her well-being and disposition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking the temperature and reading the temperature always.
Yeah.
Now, in the household, I'm the thermostat.
Right.
Because this one will set a fire.
Oh, fire.
A whole fire. And it wasn't even a flame. Wasn't even a spark. Just all of a sudden, fire.
No.
Fire. I'm like, oh. Mm-mm. But yeah, but as far as me paying attention and being there for her, I'm always paying attention to her to try to make sure that I don't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Always trying to make sure I'm supportive and I'm there and I provide the needed support / prayer / ear. Because, I've taught the people that have come to me that I am in relationship with, to counsel the guys, and I'd be like, say, bro, they don't want us to fix it all the time.
I was just going to say that.
They don't always want us to fix it.
The caveat is, if I come and share, I have to let you know this is not one of those times where you try to fix it. I'm just bringing it. And I've learned that.
Yeah, but you don't always say that. But I always say.
Yeah. Yeah,
hey,
when you come to me, yes.
I always go, hey, am I listening or am I supposed to fix it?
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to always.
You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But like I told the guys, because the guys were like, well, bro, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know?
Ask the question.
When it is. I say, simple. Just ask.
Because, I'm going to offer this. Because sometimes we don't know. We're okay until you say what you say. And depending on what you offer in advice, depends on if we want to receive it or not.
Example.
Sometimes if it's something that seems like it's simple, and we've already gone over it usually in our heads, what the answer will be a lot of times. But sometimes we don't want to work that hard. So you offering up something that we've already thought about that's going to take work at the time, we just don't have it mentally to deal with, then we may, we'll listen, but we won't say anything, and it'll be like, I'm not doing that. It's too much work. I mean, I'm just saying, it just depends on where, for me, it depends on where my mental state is at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it may seem like it's a great idea, and it is to me as well. But I just can't deal with that right now. I need I need another alternative, because this one I don't have the strength to do. You know what I'm saying? Example, dealing with when I was working, dealing with the job, or dealing with the kids. One of them having, some kind of issue or whatever, or something that was said, and trying to deal with the way I feel about it. Yes, your suggestion is great, but I don't want to fight right now. Because if I say anything right now, is going to be a fight. Yeah, I may be able to deal with that in 6 months.
6 months.
Depending on who we're talking about.
Yeah.
It depends because some, some you have to, you have to just let time pass.
Yeah. But I mean, so basically I'm always paying attention and you should always pay attention, to your partner. Because as I've said in a lot of these episodes, there's not going to be a person that's going to compliment you more than me.
Oh no, that I know.
There's not going to be a person that's going to notice anything more than me. But now full disclosure, because y'all know we keep it real. But this one on me.
Yeah. There's work to be done. There's work to be done.
So I always talk about, I ain't married no baby. I need some hair on the face.
Yes.
I need some hair on the face.
Oh my goodness.
So then I go, I get in there, y'all. I line it up. I get it all nice and cool. Got my salt and pepper on 10. You know what I'm saying? Walk out the goatee. You know what I'm saying? Just killing it, right? Walk out 2 days. Nothing. Then I mention it, and then she says,
I say, what I've learned is that if I say something about it, your immediate response is, well, you better enjoy it now because I got so-and-so coming up. It's going to be off, or it's going to be off in a couple of days because it's irritating me in here. So it's going to be off in a couple of days. And I'm like, man.
Now, y'all, I haven't said that in years. Remember the evergreen scent?
That was the
remember the evergreen scent we're talking about?
You would say it all the time. And I'm like, girl, just shut up. Don't mention it.
Yeah, but you don't even notice it. Tell the truth. I'll be like, baby, you ain't noticed. She'd be like, what? Look at me.
At first, no.
Been looking me dead in my face for 2 days.
At first, I didn't.
Didn't notice none of that.
At first, I didn't because I knew what I liked and you didn't want it that way because of business reasons. So I just kind of put the whole thing out of my mind.
So she don't even see my hair on my face at all.
No, that was then, not now.
Whether it's there or not, she don't see it.
Because I just had a conversation about that with someone. About the hair on your face. I just had the conversation with somebody about that.
What was the conversation? You talking about me, bro?
That we were talking. No, I'm talking about you good, but you don't want to wear the hair. So I'm like, I just kind of shut down on that.
I know, but when I give it to you, when I'm giving you face, you're supposed to acknowledge that. Because if I don't get positive reinforcement, then there's no reason for me to be itchy and stuff like that and go through all that. I do that for you. I sacrifice for you, baby.
Well, I appreciate it.
And then you don't even appreciate my sacrifice.
But I'm like, it's not gonna stay like that. Like, okay, when are you going to such and such?
Why I gotta stay like that?
When are you going to such and such? Okay, you did it. Okay, today is Tuesday.
Like
you're cutting it off Wednesday.
Hey, that'd be like me. I want loving all the time. Should I just not accept the loving that I get when I get it? Should I be like, well, I know I ain't gonna get none tomorrow, so why am I gonna enjoy it today?
Yeah, well, you could try that. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You could try that.
I'm just saying. If I had that attitude,
But that was my way of just, it. That was my way of just not just thinking about it. Just put it out your head. It's not going to happen. And if he does have it, it's not going to stay long. So don't even get excited about it.
But that's the same thing.
I know. I'm telling you how my brain. Exactly.
How you cope.
How my brain
So I don't
works.
ever have to have facial hair again, y'all.
No.
You heard it here first.
No, I didn't. No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about then. I'm not talking about today.
But we do it for the impact. We do stuff so that we get the positive reinforcement. So you can come over there and run your hand. Run your hand on our face.
Let's start all over.
Oh, we start. Okay,
we can start all over.
You're hearing it here first.
We can start all over.
What we doing?
And now that I know,
you been knowing.
No.
Now that we put it on YouTube, on the
out in
the podcast world,
on the internet,
on Al Gore's internet, and Jesus Christ world.
Then we can start over today, and we'll go for it.
So y'all heard it here first. So she gonna notice whenever I get my face ready for it, she gonna acknowledge it.
Yeah, I am.
She gonna acknowledge it.
I am, because I love it. I mean, I didn't, and you know what? I think I know what it is too. When we met, you had that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that was, man, that looked so good. And then, got older, and then now you started getting gray. And I think that looks so much better. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I didn't think that you can look more handsome than you did before.
Oh yeah, what she want? What you want,
but
girl? What you
with the
want?
gray, man, with the gray,
come on.
you know what I'm saying? I just think that it's so
I get
attractive.
more if I keep the gray.
No, I just think it's more attractive. Possible, but it's more attractive to me.
Oh, snap.
It's just a lot more attractive to me. It just is.
Yeah.
And I've always been there. Even when I was in, younger, in my 20s and 30s, I've always, if it was really, really neat, older men always just to me look so much more attractive with gray hair.
The gray hair must say settled and mature. Supposed to.
I know
That's what it's supposed to say.
Yeah, but it's just the look that
sexy.
looks really good.
Like I know he gonna grab me and hold me tight.
Not even that. It's just nice to look at.
Put me up close.
It was just nice to look at because I didn't like old men. That was never my thing. I couldn't stand the old men, but
come on, the old raisin.
I could not.
What they say, used to catch the worm, you to get you worms.
Back in the day, that's what they said.
Folks say, fooling with that old man, that old woman, they gonna give you worms.
I remember that. But I've always liked that. I was never couldn't stand old men, but the gray I just thought was very, very attractive.
Yeah, and I like the way I look with it as well. Because it gives me the whole clean face thing. I don't get to do that, and I like changing it up a lot, as you can tell from my glasses. But yeah, man, I don't know.
But mark it today.
Yeah, so you gonna notice from
January 14th.
You gonna notice from now on. Okay.
Just like I'm noticing, I'm seeing hair without my glasses at this point. I'm just looking to see how long it's gonna be.
Yep.
At least until you go out to
Mexico.
Until
start itching.
No,
just start itching.
Yeah, but you have a couple of weeks before your trip. So
before I go to Italy, yup. And you sure ain't gonna see it for the Grammys. You will not see it for the Grammys.
Oh, I know that.
So sorry.
I won't be there, so it won't matter to me.
So y'all, today we were talking about, men and women's thoughts on men being sensitive and what they call sensitive. We don't think it's sensitive. If a man is in touch with his feelings, that's a man who's gonna take care, who's gonna cover you and
nurture
you and be there for you in ways that the quote unquote toxic, and I don't want to get into that. I don't even want to say that. No. But the ones that they quote unquote call toxic just because they're manly. I think today we're so extreme with stuff that we're calling toxic masculinity.
Maybe it's so confusing.
It is confusing to me
because you don't.
I'm like, so wait a minute.
We don't even know how to speak.
So if I reverence women, I'm toxic. So if I believe I'm supposed to protect you, I'm toxic. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, if that's the case,
we're gonna let folks stay confused.
We're gonna let that be. This is not the place that you come for those types of definitions.
No,
we're not the authority on that at all. But what we are the authority on is having a successful, loving marriage, and that's why we did this podcast, because we want to share our failures, our bumps, our bruises, our wins, our highs, our successes with y'all, so that y'all can have a better marriage daily while you learn how to love each other in spite of each other. So until next time, I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And we're going to holler.